Let's get into this, folks. My number one pick on the top 10 list this week was the number one book on the list, World War Hulk, number one. Now, here's what I can do, folks. I could sit here and say, this book had an increase in sales of 439%. This book is hot, and let me tell you why. And y'all could get all up in your FOMO and in your feelings. You know, you get your, I need that World War Hulk book. I need that World War Hulk.
You sound like Chris Rock in New Jack City right now.
Anybody got them World War Hulk number ones?
Hold on, keep doing what you're doing. Do it again.
Anybody got them World War Hulk number ones? Right? But I'm not going to do that, folks. Here's the problem. We talked about this problem before when we had an issue with the Midnight Suns.
Yep.
Books getting hot. So let me just go straight into this, folks. This book did see a 439% increase in sales. I'm not even going to talk about dollar amount because it doesn't matter to me right now. And it shouldn't matter to any of you. The reason this book got hot is because of a website. Geeks Worldwide posted what I call a blog post, because that's what it is, and I'm going to explain that in a minute, on their website, stating that a World War Hulk movie has been two things, that it's an exclusive and that it's been confirmed. I'm going to read what they said. We are going to bring up their website in a moment, but I actually want to read this to you guys first, and then we're going to bring up the website. So just hear me out. And bear with me, guys, because there's crazy grammatical errors in their article. So if it sounds funny, it's not me, it's them.
Say it again. Say it one more time, please.
If it sounds funny, it's not me, it's them.
All right,
listen. Quote, the GGW, that's the Geeks Worldwide, that's the website, has learned that a Hulk movie is on the way and it is currently being called World War Hulk. Yes, we are finally have a new solo Hulk film. Again, if it sounds funny, it's not me.
We finally have
a new solo Hulk film in active development at Marvel Studios, and we were told it is currently slated to start production in late 2022, likely following the events of the upcoming She-Hulk series on Disney+. While She-Hulk plans to further expand on the Hulk mythos and cast of characters via streaming, this movie news might be confusing to some readers due to the rumored status of Hulk's film rights. The reason why Hulk only has one movie so far is because his film rights formerly, keep that in mind, formerly belonged to Universal Pictures. However, okay, so I'm going to stop right there. Oh my gosh. Let's bring this website up, actually. Let's bring this website up. Okay. Whew. We're going to navigate through this, folks. Because I want you to, before we keep reading, I want you guys to understand, this is their website right here. And I want you all to know before I go any further, I'm going to talk about the individuals involved in a minute. And from the bottom of my heart, and if they see this and if they watch this, I'm not judging them as human beings. And quite honestly, I'm open to have a conversation with them. So if you guys, GWW, if any of you guys are watching, Matthew, who wrote this article, I will gladly have a respectful, open conversation with you guys. I believe that you probably have good intentions, but what you're doing is wrong. So let me add some context for all the viewers right now. What you see here looks like a solid website, right? I mean, you know, it's got tabs, it's got, you know, pictures with the article. It's got an official website, the GWW.com. But here's the problem, and I say this a lot. I said this with the hashtag show. Anybody could go pay $12.99 for a domain name. I could go buy comicbookcanonnews.com right now for $12.
I own that already. Sorry, bud.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
All right. And then I could go to like Wix, or what's the other one called? Wiggly. I don't even know anymore. There's so much of them out there. You could go to these website builders where it's drag and click. I come from the days of learning HTML and CSS coding. All right. I'm old. I know. Now, all it is drag and click. You could go pay $4.99, $9.99 a month for a Wix subscription, and you can build and create a website that looks just like this. And what you do is you basically have a blog through your provider, your Wix.com or whatever service you're using, and you create your articles via blog posts, and it produces onto the website as if it was an actual news article. This guy that wrote this article, Matthew Ribeiro, I'm not hating on the age. He's 18 years old. You go check out his Twitter. He's an 18-year-old kid, and his profile picture is a fuzzy picture of his face behind a phone taking a bathroom selfie. This is who we're getting our news from. Now, hold your thought there, because we're getting somewhere. I'm going to explain what it means. Like, this is where we're getting our news from. I'm going to explain why it's just so mind-boggling in a moment. So I was reading what they were saying here, but I wanted to stop and I wanted to bring this up on screen because they contradict themselves. Because remember at top, they said that they have learned. All right. What's the title say? Slated to begin production. And then what does it say down here? Right here. However, if our source is accurate, which luckily they have been, a new Hulk film means Marvel Disney have regained the rights, and World War Hulk may only be the first in a series of Hulk films. What they're talking about here is their source on Disney now owning the Hulk rights. Okay? First off, who told this 18-year-old kid sitting behind a blurry cell phone bathroom selfie? Who told him? Their sources, again, if I'm a son, if they want to come to me and tell me that I'm wrong, come talk to me. But the only source that has done anything when it comes to Marvel getting the rights back to Hulk were the same type of blogs posted online almost 2 years ago. So is your source Google? Did you Google it? Or did you watch some other YouTube video who just Googles and they don't know how to find credible sources before they go make a YouTube video or post a blog on your Wix.com website?
I need to interject too.
Yes.
Because if Marvel did reacquire the rights, they wouldn't do it under the radar. And this would be picked up by every trade out there. We're talking Hollywood Reporter. We're talking Variety. We're talking Deadline, all of those places before any blog got any wind of this.
Absolutely.
So right now, Universal still has the rights.
Yep, they do.
To distribute this film, whatever film the Hulk is in solo.
Yep, they do. And executives at Marvel Studio were just talking about this not too long ago, talking about the fact that Universal still has the rights to Hulk. Let's move on, folks. And you can see here, however, according to a rumor from early 2020, Hulk's rights have been reverted back to Marvel Studios.
According to a rumor.
Yeah, so now, way down here, they are saying it's a rumor. Marvel Studios is now allowed to develop. So here's the thing. They're basically telling you one thing and then now telling you another by saying it's a rumor. But look at this. This is where it becomes problematic. What we know so far. While do not know, again, grammar, that's another thing. And folks, take notes. If it's a credible source, and I'm not saying that, editorials are 100% accurate all the time, but they are close to it. These types of grammatical errors are a no-no. Okay, you're not going to see this in credible sources. While we, I'm assuming they meant to say, do not know much about the movie, we can confirm that it will likely start production. First off, confirming and then saying likely is a bit of a conundrum, but they're confirming that it's likely to start production later in 2022. As for when it'll come out based on production dates, my guess. Are you confirming? Are you guessing? What is the case? Here's the thing. You can't confirm anything because you just said up here that according to a rumor, you don't even know if Marvel Studios has the rights yet. So how can you confirm that this movie is happening when you don't know if they own the rights? You're not confirming anything. Anything. First off, this is how it usually goes. When a solo film is slated, they usually don't know the name of it. Remember how long we waited for freaking Endgame? Just like the Sony Spider-Woman project. There's no name for it. We learn about projects. Solo Nova movie in development. Solo She-Hulk show in development. Those usually come later. You don't even know that Marvel owns the rights to this character, but yet you're saying that a movie is confirmed and you know the name. I'm going to bring this up too, folks. We're going to go to another article because it just shows the negligence going on here. The negligence. Exclusive. Look at this. Exclusive. Thunderbolts movie and more to start production in 2023. Exclusive. First off, it's not an exclusive. Jeff, you want to tell them why?
If it was an exclusive is when a publication has an exclusive, they have sources on record telling them because they want that publication to get it out first.
Yep. Give us an example. Give us an example.
An example is Deadline. Deadline has a huge megaphone. These guys don't even have a paper cup to scream out of.
So
you know what I mean?
So basically your executives of a studio would go to Deadline to break the news.
Yeah, that's what an exclusive is. That's what the problem we've been having is people are throwing around exclusive too much. They could say our sources are telling us, but you can't say exclusive.
So, and here, look at this, guys. The speculation is over. After months of speculation and teases from Marvel Studios, we can exclusively confirm. There's those two words. We can exclusively confirm with you that Marvel Studios is producing a Thunderbirds movie adaptation of the comics with production slated to begin in 2023. That's a double whammy. Exclusive and confirmed back to back, right on top of each other. Double whammy. Our source has told us 2023 will begin a slew of long-awaited projects. Okay.
Time out. Steve Bradley has something to say here. I can actually confirm with no doubt that due to a possible rumor that it could be reasonable to consider if we find out more, we will update all of you or some of you ASAP, probably. Steve Bradley, you are that. Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. I think this is how people like this think that it's okay to operate like this and how they get leeway. Okay. We could sit here. Now, the World War Hulk thing is so far out there. Thunderbolts. Any of us that watch Marvel movies and the TV shows can sit and put the pieces together, folks. We could sit here and say Nova's coming. It's pretty obvious. I mean, we got confirmation now, though. But we could sit here and say, well, it looks like a Thunderbolts movie or a TV show is probably going to happen because we're seeing the pieces set up. So I can't come out and say it's been confirmed, though, just because we can assume it. So it's like when these kids and people like this create websites, the hashtag show, GWW, all they're doing is the same thing as you and I. They're watching YouTube. They're reading articles, much of which are as much BS as their own articles. And they're using clickbait and trigger words like exclusive and confirm and breaking and all these things as ways to say, well, guess what? We are educated in the books and the movies. We can see what's happening. So maybe 8 out of 10 times, or even 5 out of 10, even if we get it right 5 out of 10 times, it's gonna seem like we know something. Anybody can do this, and I'm not encouraging you guys to do this. Anybody could go pay $12 to get a website, go build it with Wix. And if you pay attention to the movies and the TV shows, you could put a news article, pull some fancy pictures, and say, confirmed. I could sit here right now and say, Warlock Infinity and Warlock and the Infinity Watch a spinoff confirmed. I could sit here and say, Quasar confirmed for the MCU. I could sit here and say Midnight Suns confirmed for the MCU. Thunderbolts. What's his name? Lieutenant Roth will be Red Hulk.
I'm looking right now, guy. By the way, the hashtag show Venom spin-off film featuring Agent Venom in development. The hashtag show can exclusively reveal Agent Venom spin-off is in development.
What my point here of everything that I just said is I could say all of those things, and if just a couple of them come true, you all are going to cling to it.
You're throwing shit to the wall.
Exactly. So, okay, we're getting to a much. I'm going to close in a moment here, folks, but we're going to bring Jeff. Can we bring the website up real quick once again, because I want to go to the About Us. Let's just read this, folks. Founded by a few friends. GWW, also known as Geeks Worldwide, began with video game podcasts and websites with a need to share their passion. In the following years, through fan interaction and participation, we are now a much larger and more eclectic group of men and women. They're practically kids from all over the world. Guys,
Chris, can I ask you something before you go for who from any studio or anybody on the inside would go to these guys with information? Can you answer me that, please?
I can't.
Honestly, with a website like that, with the grammatical errors that they have, and the bullshit that they spew, and they are right now they are representing the larger problem that we've talked about many, many times on this show. It's nothing personal. Nope. Except for the fact you're going about things wrong.
Yep. Exactly.
It's not journalism. It's not journalism.
And that's the thing that I said. Who told them? How is the 18-year-old that's sitting there? This is his website.
I don't care how old the person is. The credible people are going to go to him. There's no credibility here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And here's the thing, folks. This is where it becomes even more problematic. If you go Google World War Hulk film, you have YouTubers like The Cosmic Wonder, who has almost 1 million views. And they're part of the problem too. And they all feed each other. They feed these young kids that want to start a website and do these things. Everything Always has almost 1 million subscribers. They do these videos, and if you watch their videos, it's so convincing. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Everything Always. And today we're talking about exclusive breaking news. And then who do they credit? Who do they cite? The GWW.com. So, because remember, with the same thing with the hashtag show, no following on any of their platforms, no clicks or comments on any of their platforms, no hits on their website. But yet these huge YouTubers with 1 million followings, they get 200,000 views on their video, are citing these websites. Nobody even needs to know about GWW.com. You're watching the YouTube video of a big YouTuber. And when they do their video and they drop the exclusive, and we can confirm from a report from GWW.com, you hear it, watching it, and you're not even second guessing. You're not even second guessing what that website is or anything, because you're hearing it and you're taking in as it's an official confirmation or an exclusive announcement, and it is not. And another thing that makes this whole thing problematic is that Marvel already unleashed their 2022 slate and production slate. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Guys, look, like I said, and I wanted to quote the Cosmic Wonder too. This is what the Cosmic Wonder said verbatim in his video talking about World War Hulk, citing the GWW website. He said, quote, "There's big credibility here because they have been right before." Wow. Well, what did I tell you? I could throw so much crap at the wall, and if one thing sticks, then I'm going to have the Cosmic Wonder with his millions of followers and his 200,000 views make a video and say, well, there's big credibility here because he was right before. I could say that tomorrow monkeys are going to fly out of my ass, and because I was right about Warlock and the Infinity Watch, the Cosmic Wonder is going to say, guys, you better invest in monkeys flying out of asses because he was right before.
Now, I've seen them fly out of your ass before. That was quite surprising.
Yeah, right? Folks, don't feed into this stuff. Please. It doesn't mean, just like what we did with the hashtag showing the Midnight Suns, it doesn't mean the Midnight Suns isn't going to happen. It most likely will because, duh, McFly, we're fans and we're seeing what's happening. You should have already been investing in Midnight Sun stuff if you've seen the dark horror genre of Marvel coming without a fake blog site saying that something's confirmed and exclusive when it's not. You should be investing in Thunderbolt stuff before there's a confirmation because it's already being set up and it's fans. Hello, McFly, we can see it happening. World War Hulk, though, that's just out of left field. If that happens, it's going to have to consist with Disney and Marvel getting back the rights to Hulk. But, the bottom line, folks, is this. I don't want to hate on anyone, especially young kids that want to get into this hobby and get into this industry. And, hey, look, I mean, they took initiative to create a website and they put work into it. Obviously, there's work that's involved in that. And I don't want to
say something. They've been part of Twitter since 2010. So I don't know. I'm just saying they've been around since 2010. So I don't know how young they are, really.
Yeah, I don't know if the few other friends, like they said, I don't know if they're older, but that author of those two articles, if you go to his Twitter, it does say that he's 18. Looks as such. Yeah, I mean, age really doesn't matter. It's just, I'm just making a point. It's like how random these people are. These people are random you and me's. They're random people. I mean, not even you and me's because at least we have a platform, but they're random people. And I don't want to discredit their involvement in the community and them having a passion for the community and for comic books and for movies. I don't want to discredit that whatsoever. I don't want to come off as a bully and as an antagonistic cynic. I don't. But there's a way to go about it. There's a way to go about it, and this is not it. And this 438% increase in sales of this book, and I don't know what the price is doing, and I'm not talking about the price because I'm not even throwing it out there. But man, what did I say about me? I did a live stream recently where it's like, I don't even want to tell people what to buy. I don't make videos saying, buy this comic now. I don't do that because what if I'm wrong? This is bad because there is no exclusive. There was no confirmation. And to be quite honest, I don't even know where the rumors are. There's no rumors out there. Who's talking rumors except for them? So it doesn't matter if a World War Hulk movie might happen sometime in the future. All of this information that this website is perpetuating is wrong. Period.
So you're saying it was a bad idea. I bought 20 copies of World War Hulk #1 for $5,000?
Do you regret it? If you don't regret it, then hey, to each their own. But
no, that's fair. Yeah, again, guys, like literally, just do your research. Simple Google could show you if something big like this is happening. The trades are picking it up. There are things that do originate in certain terms of news stories from smaller blogs, what have you, and then the trades pick it up. But majority of the time, exclusives are going to these blogs. Exclusives are going to the next tier below, which is still a pretty big tier like comicbook.com. They get exclusives as well. Nobody's going to go to GWW to give them this exclusive. Like, honestly, like, it could be written differently to be like, hey, I have sources on the inside that say this. You can't confirm this shit. You can't say it's an exclusive because there's nobody on record saying anything. Chris and I, we picked this up we talk about this too much. Yep. And there are a lot of people out there that want to buy into this. They want to believe this. And we get a little bit of flack being like, yo, they don't want to name their sources. They could say it's exclusive. No, you can't do that. That's not how it works. So anyways, it's really frustrating because it affects markets like this. And people who do watch the markets be like, oh, look at World War Hulk. I better jump on that. And it fucks you over. Like the person who's buying this book thinking that they're going to get an investment in this because something is confirmed and it's definitely coming. Yep. It's not how it works. And it's a damn shame. So.
Absolutely. And I just want to say one more time, the best rumor mill is your own research. And what I mean by that is, again, kind of to what some of the things I already said. If these are just young kids or anybody that just decided to start a blog website, they have the same, I guarantee you guys, they have the same access to rumors as you do. The best rumor mill is your own research and making sure that if you're a fan of the movies and a fan of the show and you want to speculate on books to invest in before announcements happen, you can do your own research, and a good percentage of the time you'll probably be right. Because guess what? Especially with the success of the MCU right now, if it's in a Marvel comic, it's probably going to be in the MCU. With all the stuff they have, it might be 20 years down the road still, because I do believe the MCU is going to probably outlast us. Who knows? But if it's in a Marvel comic, it might just happen. And just don't listen to the next person online going and pulling stuff and saying confirmed, exclusive, whatever. Be smart.